These are 5 ways to stay motivated as a pre-medical student. What is up, fam? It's Dr. Dale, and today is Pre-Med Monday. All right, let's dive right in. Grab a copy of your book. Pre-Med Mondays, we are on week number 4. Week number 4, if you missed weeks 1 through 3, make sure you go back on the YouTube playlist and check them out. But 5 ways to stay motivated as a pre-medical student. All right, so number 1. Well, before we dive that, let me just say this. Obviously, we've talked about this in the past, but the pre-med journey is difficult. It's challenging, and I've seen perhaps more people not make it, not due to lack of intellect, but due to lack of motivation, due to lack of encouragement, due to lack of support. Right? I see people fail because of that, not because they're not good enough, but because they didn't have the they didn't have the dog in them. Right? If you want to make it on this journey to become not just a doctor, let me remind you guys, when I talk about being a doctor, I don't mean a doctor. I mean a doctor. I mean being great, right? You guys, by now, hopefully, you know I'm the permission to be great guy. When I speak across the country, I talk about permission to be great. That's my message, right? So when I'm talking about being a doctor, I'm talking about how do you become a great doctor? How do you become exceptional? How do you become somebody who's transformative? Not just going to work practicing medicine just to get by, but you're transforming the field of medicine. You're transforming people's lives. That's what we're talking about when I'm talking about becoming a great doctor. All right. So a lot of individuals I know who didn't make it to become a doctor, not even a doctor, but a doctor, like the greatness, is not because they're not smart enough. It's because they didn't have that dog in them. When I say that dog in them, they didn't have that bark in them. They didn't have that relentlessness in them. They didn't have that not gonna quit in them, right? See a doctor, not a doctor. You see a dog, right? Put a dog on a leash, and they just keep on coming at you. My middle boy and I went on a walk last night, and then we were going on a walk, and a couple had your dog, and the dog just jumped at my boy, just coming. Like, that's a dog. Dog just wants to keep on coming at you. So when I say that a lot of my friends, people I knew who didn't make it, didn't have that dog in them, they couldn't just keep coming. They eventually just stopped and bowed down and said, it's too much. I don't want to do it. Right. So what you want is some mechanism to stay motivated throughout this pre-med journey. Everybody needs it. I needed it. Everybody needs to be able to stay motivated to achieve greatness in life. All right. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player in the world, had a coach, had a trainer, people to help motivate him, right? Had routines. So let's dive into it. 5 ways to stay motivated as a pre-medical student. Number 1, make flyers, or you can use like Post-it notes, but make flyers of encouraging and inspiring quotes and put them on your wall. Make flyers of encouraging and inspiring quotes and put them all around your wall. When I got to college, this was probably one of the best things that kind of helped me get to where I'm at today. I got to college. I went to University of Missouri. I grew up outside of Houston, Texas, so it was far, far away from home, right? Didn't know anybody. Well, I knew one person who went to high school with me, but besides that, I didn't know anybody at Missouri. I need a support system. I got there and I tell people, you know what? I think I'm going to be pre-med. I'm going to make a 4.0 my first semester. Everybody was kind of like, nah, it's too hard. Can't do it. First year is difficult. I went to Mizzou, which was a party school, right? The school that invented homecoming. And didn't get much support. So I needed to find a way to stay motivated by myself initially before I had a good friend group. So what did I do? I made a whole bunch of little sayings. I put them all across my bulletin board in my dorm room, right above my bed. Failure is not an option. Do it for your family. Like all sorts of inspiring stuff, just so when I would wake up every day, I would see that. And those things were affirmations that were in my mind because I was constantly seeing it day in and day out. And it was so inspiring for me throughout. Later on in my college years, what I did was I made these nice pictures and bulletin board stuff of my family members. I put them on my wall because that was my reminder, like, hey, I'm doing this, for me first and foremost, but these are the people that inspire me, that are here with me, that motivate me, that encourage me, right? I put things around so my visual cues were constantly motivating me to become the person that I wanted to become, right? I made my environment, my surroundings optimized to help me achieve what I wanted to achieve. So that's number 1. Make flyers or posters, whatever you need to do, some sort of visual cues around you that you see every day constantly that motivate you to keep going for what you want to go for. Number 2, and we're talking about 5 ways to stay motivated as a pre-medical student. Number 2, have dinner at least once a week with a pre-medical friend. Have dinner at least once a week with a pre-medical friend, right? And when I say pre-medical friend, I mean a real friend. So, this past week, my brothers and I, we did Bible study. So it's my 2, direct brothers, my brother-in-law, my cousin, but they're all my brothers, whatever. We did Bible study. In the Bible study, we're going through a book called Disciplines of a Godly Man. And in this book, part of it is disciplines of friendship. So, we spent 2.5 hours on this past Saturday morning just talking about friendship, what that means, what that looks like, etc. So when I say I have a pre-medical friend, I'm talking about have a real friend, somebody that you guys are very direct with this. Hey, I'm here for you, and I want you to be here for me. This is a mutual thing. I want to support you through your difficult times, and I'd like to ask that you support me through my difficult times. Um, that's what friendship's about. So you want to have real friends. So when I say have dinner once a week with a pre-medical friend, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody who's really going to be there for you, and that you're going to be there for that person. You have each other's best interest um, in mind. And that's important because this journey does get difficult. So when this journey gets difficult, you want to be able to turn to people who have your back. For me, thank God, literally, I had my now wife. She was my girlfriend back then. She was with me through the whole journey. So not only did I have my girlfriend, she was my best friend. To this day, still my best friend, right? She was there with me the whole way through the journey. For us, we were together all the time. So we had dinner every day, breakfast every day together. But you want to have somebody, doesn't have to be a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, but a true friend that you can be with on a regular basis and live this journey with, right? So just somebody to sit down, talk to, debrief with, decompress with. You want to have that. And that one person is somebody that you can kind of confide in, right? You can confide when you're having difficult times. You want that one person who you can go to the deepest levels with. And that's important, not just for the pre-medical journey, but for life in general, right? And life in general. Number 3, watch medical shows on TV. Watch medical shows on TV. Now, this was huge for me throughout my pre-med years, but also my medical school years. So when I was in medical school, there was this TV show called House, and I forgot, like it was every Tuesday, every Monday, whenever it came on. My closest friends in med school class would all come to my house, and then we would watch House. Yeah, we watched a TV show called House, and we sit down there and we'd be trying to crack the case together. And it was so encouraging because you're going through this period where it's like you're studying, and the idea of being a doctor almost seems so far and so fake to you. But then you get to sit down and watch it on TV, and you kind of make believe in doctor, and that's like so motivating and kind of takes you to the place like, well, once we get there, this is gonna be so much fun. So I would watch stuff on TV. They had all these. They would have these. My wife used to watch all these like these mystery cases and stuff like that. There's different diagnostic shows and just finding ways to put yourself in those environments, just to watch things that can help you see yourself more as a doctor, right? That was always phenomenal. I love doing that, especially doing it with my buddies in med school. Number 4. So number 4 in the book says join premedstar.com, but we don't even do premedstar anymore. So really what you want to do is, today, at least, you want to join Pre-Med Mondays. While as of this filming of this video, we still do our Pre-Med Mondays coaching program. Who knows? You might watch this video 30 years from now. I might not be doing Pre-Med Mondays anymore. But as of right now, you want to join Pre-Med Mondays, our coaching program. And what that is, that's more like an accountability group, right? So you want to be part of a group of individuals who will, be there for you. You can ask questions to, just accountability. You guys be there for each other. Now, I talked about having a friend. That's one, somebody you can confide in. This group, you might not be as close, but just a group of people who are on a similar journey with you. You're going to motivate and encourage each other. And Pre-Med Mondays is great for it. I've been watching these people do it. These pre-meds do it for years now. It's great to see them becoming doctors and all that stuff. It's just phenomenal. But you don't want to go through this journey by yourself. You want to have a group, and the group not only is good for accountability, but you're good for resources, right? One of the best things is we have the group we meet, via Zoom or webcam, whatever you call it. We do Zoom, but we meet once a week, Monday evenings. But at the same time, we also have the groups, like text groups, right? So people are constantly exchanging information, sending stuff to each other just to help each other out. It's phenomenal. You need to be a part of something like that. Even if you don't do hours, you should be a part of something like that, right? Number 5 is set goals. Set goals. When I say set goals, what I'm talking about is like set smaller goals. So we're so used to setting these big goals. Oh, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to get it. Set smaller goals, because when you set these small goals and you accomplish them, you achieve these small goals, give yourself a little pat on the back, right? You want the small wins in life give you that motivation. Like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And once you've got so many small wins, what that does for you is then that just bolsters your confidence like crazy to go take on the big wins, right? So you want to set goals, but don't make all your goals huge. Make some small goals that along the journey you can knock them off, build up your confidence, knock them off, build up more confidence, knock them off, confidence. And then when the big thing you got to take on comes on, boom, you're ready for it. You knock it out because your confidence is already up. All right. So set those small goals. All right, so let's recap for this week. 5 ways to stay motivated as a pre-med student. Going right through the book, okay? Make sure you guys take notes in the book, and really kind of dive in. You go through with me on Mondays, but you can go through it again as many times as you want throughout the week. All right, so number 1, make flyers of encouraging and inspiring quotes, and post them on your wall. Number 2, have dinner at least once a week with a pre-medical friend. Number 3, watch medical shows on TV. Number 4, join Pre-Med Mondays or whatever pre-med group, accountability community group that you want to join. And number 5, set goals. And when I say set goals, set small goals that can help you build your confidence up. So whenever the big challenge comes, you're ready to knock it out the park. All right. So my challenge to you this week is to post something inspirational on your wall. Post something inspirational on your wall and discuss it with your accountability buddy. Tell them what you posted. All right. Real quick, one last thing here. So you all, I should have done it for the first one, but those of you who have the book, you'll see that I've got quotes in here, and these are quotes that I really like. So the first quote that I should have said week 1, which I don't believe I did, was my mentor said to me, "Let's go do it, not you go do it." How powerful it is when somebody says let's. So that's what the point of this whole book is, let's. So I'm here with you. Let's do this pre-med journey together, right? And the quote from this time around that I really love, now this has been one of my favorite quotes. So I put this as my Facebook. I know Facebook still does this, but when Facebook was like the Facebook, when it first started, like in 2004, 2005, I was on there early. I got on there like probably a few months after Facebook launched. And this quote came, Facebook lets you put up a quote. And this was a quote that I decided to put up. And I always really liked it for whatever reason. My mother said to me, "If you become a soldier, you will be the general, or you will be a general. If you're a monk, you'll become the Pope. Instead, I was a painter and became Picasso." I love that. Meaning, do you be the best version of you that you can be. All right. Okay, so here's what's going to happen now. 2 things we're going to ask you to do. Number 1, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're staying up to date with us every week. Let's go on this pre-med journey together, right? Drop your comments, questions below, right? So I can take a peek at them, but let's go on this journey together. And number 2, YouTube knows what you like to watch. So YouTube's going to put some videos around here right about now, okay? It's going to say, hey, this is going to be a good video for you. So go ahead and click on that. Keep growing, keep learning. That's what you want to do. All right. Hey, love you guys. Remember, you have permission to be great.